Here's the pitch to Eichelberger from Eichelberger, and it's popped up into shallow center, and it's going to be out number one.
One out. Up to bat for the Cardinals now, Zoe Hudson.
That'll bring up Zoe Hudson. She's playing center field in game 2 of this doubleheader. Cobras, the home team, won it 12-3 the first game. And Eichelberger pours in the strike. One quick out and one kick strike. And here's the 0-1 pitch up and away to even the count at 1-1 apiece. After the first game, the Cobras moved to 24-2 on the season. Ooh, high and tight. Heater from Eichelberger. 2-1 the count now. Hudson fouls one off. Down the third base side over the fence and out of play. Bring the count to 2-2. Hudson, the center fielder, bats left-handed. And here's the pitch. A little bit high, and now the count is full. Good at bat here from Hudson. We're here in the top of the first of the second game of a doubleheader, and that's a ground ball to the second baseman. 4-3 is the put out. Nice clean play from the Cobras. And that'll bring up the catcher, Taylor Henson. And here's the pitch. It's ripped into left center. It's going to drop in for a hit. This could be extra bases. Nope. She's going to hold up at first. So Henson with a single, a hard hit single. Splits the left fielder and the center fielder.
Up to bat, number 15, Kylie Price.
Kylie Price digs in, a right-handed hitter. And here's the pitch with the runner at first. Down and in for a ball. 2 out and 1 on, and here's the pitch. Just inside. Catching for the Cobras in the second game is Madison Vogel. And that's a strike. 2-1 the count now. Eichelberger finds it. So we have an Eichelberger-Vogel battery for game 2. Here's the 2-1 pitch, just a bit outside. Nice play from Vogel as she slides over to the right and make sure that ball didn't get to the backstop. Here's the pitch. Down and in, it skips up some dirt, and that'll be a base on ball. So, a little 2-out rally here for the Mineral Area Cobras. After a walk from Price, and that'll bring up Holmes. Right-handed hitter, playing right field, number 19. And we're going to have a courtesy runner here for Henson at second. 18 coming in to pinch run. It's Alexia Sykes. This one's grounded foul down the third base line. Ashley Lynch at third for game 2 of this doubleheader.
At the plate, Amy Holmes.
Amy Holmes, a .265 hitter going into today. She has 6 RBIs. And that's a ball. So 2 out and 2 runners on. Sykes comes in for Henson. And Price is on first. And here's the pitch, just outside. Two balls and a strike with 2 outs. The runners are going to be moving on contact. We'll see if a single can score a run. Oh, and that one's in there for a strike. A nice pitch from Eichelberger. The coach for the Cardinals sounds like they're going to get the runners started a little early, running on the swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the first. And this one's right back at the pitcher. A nice play by Eichelberger to end the inning. There were 2 base runners left on base, but no runs are plated for the Cardinals. 0-0 after the top half of the first inning. We're back at the home of the Parkland Cobras softball team here at the bottom of the first of the second game of this doubleheader. Leading off is Izzy Schaefer, and she had a heck of a game her first time. And that pitch is in there for a strike. Izzy Schaefer leading off for the second time today. The first pitch was in there for a strike. And here's the pitch, swung on and missed. Pitching today is Abby Mendenhall for the Cardinals. Her ERA on the season is 12.17. But she's got 2 quick strikes on Schaefer. She rips one right at the first baseman just past her glove. And she'll get to first on a single. A sharply hit ball from the lefty Izzy Schaefer. And that'll bring up Anna Walker. Walker playing center field today, and here's the pitch. Schaefer gets a good secondary lead after that pitch is in there for a ball. Walker went hitless in the first game. I'm sure she would like to get on the right side of the ledger today in game 2 as she fouls that one off down the third base line. A 1-1 pitch on the way, it's low and in. And they're going to try to pick her off at first, but she's back standing up safely. Smart snap throw from the catcher to see if they could catch Schaefer napping, but she was not. And she's back home safely at first. So Walker, number 99, the righty, digs in. As Mendenhall throws one in, and it bounces past the catcher, and Schaefer's going to round second as she advances and going to hold up and go back to second. Probably smart not to test anything with no outs. 3-1 count now for Anna Walker. Hitter's count, let's see what she's looking for. She should be able to get a pitch and rip it. And she got the pitch she wanted, but she fouls it off. She was right on that one. It goes right over the backstop into the forest behind us here at the Cobras home stadium. Again, a beautiful day here for game 2, sunny, it's in the 60s, a little bit of a breeze, and she'll take ball 4 out of the zone. So Walker draws a walk.
Up to bat, Summer Johnson.
That will bring up Summer Johnson. Summer Johnson had a double in the first game. There's 2 ducks on the pond for her right now. First pitch of her at bat, a little bit high, and she takes it for a ball, 1-0 the count. Izzy Schaefer playing shortstop in the second game. She's at second. Anna Walker on first, and here's the pitch. And that one's in there for a strike. A good pitch by Mendenhall as she paints the inside corner of the plate. As we talked about earlier in the first game, Summer Johnson's having quite the season. 17 homers, 45 hits, 45 runs, 48 RBIs as she takes the ball up in the zone. And that pitch is outside and high. 3-1 the count now. Three-one pitch foul down the third base line. Nice nifty glove work by the Cardinals' third base bagger, Emily Sinyan. And here's the pitch high and away, and that'll load the bases. Johnson takes a walk here in the bottom of the first. So back-to-back walks for the Cobras.
McAvoy.
And now Eden McAvoy will get her first at bat of the day. And we'll have a quick meeting on the mound with the bases loaded full of Cobras and nobody out. Now we're all set and ready to rock and roll with the loaded bases for the Cobras here and nobody out. And that pitch is in there for a strike on McAvoy. She's playing first base today. Here's the pitch, swung on and just nicked foul. That's in there for a strike. 1-2 the count now. She's hitting .375 on the season. And here's the pitch, swung on and fouled back right over towards us, over the backstop. The count will stay at 1-2. McAvoy does have 6 homers on the season with 21 RBIs. Down in the count, 1-2. Here's the pitch, swung on and hit high into the outfield towards right center. The center fielder is ranging over it and makes the catch. Schaefer's going to tag up, and it's going to be caught up, and another tag, and the throw to third is wild, and that's going to send home Anna Walker. And Anna Walker comes in home. So 2 runs scored on that sacrifice fly from McAvoy.
Up to bat, the fielder Lizzie Davis.
And Summer Johnson moves her way to third. So 2 runs score on that after the throwing error. Gets past the third baseman. And now Summer Johnson will be at third with only 1 out. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. And it paints the outside corner. Up now is Lizzie Davis. She's playing left field today, and this one's ripped hard. Past the second baseman, the lefty pulls it through the left side of the infield, and she's got a hit and an RBI. Nice hit for Lizzie Davis.
Up to bat.
Good piece of hitting.
Second baseman Taylor Duggar.
That'll bring up Taylor Duggar. She was 0 for 2 in the first game, the right-handed hitter. She's a sophomore, and she takes a pitch high. And another snap throw down the first, not in time. here in the bottom of the first with the Cobras leading 3-0 with 1 out and 1 runner on. And here's the pitch in there for a strike. Good pitch from Mendenhall, number 10 for the Cardinals. Coming into this doubleheader, Taylor Duggar was hitting .407 and slugging a .556. And here's the pitch. This one's hit hard and through the 5.5 hole, as they call it. Splits the third baseman and the shortstop. And the Cobras are in business here again. Another hit. Back-to-back singles.
At the bat, catcher, Captain Madison Vogel.
That'll bring up the catcher, Madison Vogel. .412 hitter to go into this game. Here's the pitch, swung on, a nice aggressive cut there, and it's just fouled off straight back behind us. Owen won the count. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Nice pitch from Mendenhall. Pours it in. And the 0-2 pitch on the way, high and outside. Vogel didn't even flinch at it. Here's a pitch, swung on and foul. Vogel is right on these pitches, folks. One and two the count, and here's the pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. A nice pitch from Mendenhall. She pulls the string on her. And that'll bring up Ashley Lynch, playing third base today in the game 2 of the doubleheader. 1 out now. Oh, and that one's tattooed but foul.
At the plate now,
Woo.
third baseman Ashley Lynch.
Just a bit ahead of that one. But that softball might have seen its last day. She pounded that one. So a long strike, as you will. Here comes the 2-1 pitch, or the 0-1 pitch, and it gets away from the catcher. Parkland Cobras are going to advance each the base. So now we got runners on third and second with 1 out, which gives you a whole bevy of ways to score. Contact likely plates a run for the Cobras here in the first inning. Here's the 1-1, swung on and hit hard, and again pulled foul. Two outs, runners moving on contact. A single could mean 2 runs here. And here's the pitch. High and outside, it evens the count at 2-2 for Ashley Lynch, playing third base. Big 2-2 pitch on the way, swung on and just foul, a chopping grounder past third base. Rolls its way down the fence line. In game 1, the Cobras were smashing homers left and right. Today they're doing it with a little bit of small ball, singles, a sac fly, some smart base running here in the first inning. And here's a 2-2 again. Oh, and the curveball finds its way in. A nice pitch from Mendenhall. And she gets Lynch looking. That'll end the bottom of the first, but the Cobras get 3 runs. It's 3-0 after 1 here on Parkland College TV. We're back, and it's the top of the second inning here in Champaign, Illinois. The Mineral Area Community College Cardinals made the trip up from Missouri this morning.
At the plate, Kennedy Coleman.
Kennedy Coleman leading off the top half of the second here for the Cardinals. She's playing shortstop, right-handed hitter. Looked like she tried to bunt and couldn't quite get it in down. Eichelberger's next pitch is down and in, kicks up a little bit of dirt on the way in to Madison Vogel, who digs it out cleanly. Cardinals hit some base runners the first inning. They stranded 2, and here's the pitch. Swung on right back at Eichelberger. She fields it. Can she get it cleanly? No, and they're going to call her out at first. A bang-bang play. Eichelberger hangs with it, and they retire Coleman for the first out of the inning.
Up to bat. Laura Callahan.
First pitch is a ball. It's Callahan at the dish. She did not play the first game. She's hitting 167 on the season, and here's the pitch. Swung on, and she fouled it off backwards. She's got the first base duties in the field. Umpires checking to make sure is everybody all right after that foul tip went astray. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 the count here, and Eichelberger is ready to deal in this 1-2 pitch. It's on the way, and it's sneaks past Vogel. With nobody on, it doesn't matter. Count is even at 2-2. And the count will be worked full, 3-2 now. Cobra's infield is playing at normal depth, no shift or anything fancy here. And here comes a full count pitch. It's a slow roller to third. Charging is the third basewoman, and she can make the play. A nice play by Ashley Lynch as she charges that bounding ball to third, centers herself, and gets her footwork down to put a laser beam throw across the infield in time for out number 2 on this windy day in Champaign. And the first pitch to Veronica is fouled off. The third base side just gets out of play. Very nifty play by Lynch on that last batter there. Robin Callahan of a hit. So Veronica hits one hard towards the shortstop, and it's going to go right under Schaefer's glove. She couldn't quite get there in time, and that'll be a base hit. She smoked that one, and that'll bring up Trace.
Trace.
And that one's going to be lined to Ashley Lynch, and look what she's got. The final out of the top half of the second. Some nice glove work over at the hot corner today. So now we'll go to the bottom half of the second inning. Cobra's up 3-0. Let's see if they can tack some on here.
Up to bat, Emily Sinyan.
Leading off for the Cobras in the bottom of the second is Emily Sinyan. She started the first game pitching for the Cobras and pitched a perfect 2 innings. And her first swing of the bat in game 2 was a liner down the third base line, and she's going to try to stretch it into 2. The throw is in time, but the tag is not, and she makes a sliding double to lead off the second. She smoked that ball down the third base line. A nice play by Trace in the outfield to get the ball in quickly. But Senyon slide beats the tag. So a leadoff double for the Cobras, and that'll bring up Izzy Schaefer. And she smokes one on the ground, and that's not going to be in time, or the throw will be in time. Izzy's hustle wasn't quite quick enough, but it does move Senyon to third. So Schaefer grounds out 4-3. She does move the runner over. So some small ball is in play here if the Cobras want to play it. Anna Walker up to bat. Did she offer at that breaking ball? They're going to say she went. Couldn't quite hold up on it. So she'll be down in the count, 0-1. One out and Senyon at third. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and this one's tattooed. Will it get over her head? It's off the wall. A nice swing there from Anna Walker, and the throw into second again beats the runner, but they can't corral it, and no tag was even applied. So Walker scoots into second with a double. That ball was absolutely smoked off the fence, and that's a double and an RBI for Walker, and that'll bring up Summer Johnson, the slugging, hitting sophomore. She walked her first time up. Walker at second with one out. Here's the pitch. Swung on and just foul. Ooh. Hard hit on the ground. Nearly hit the third base bag. Mendenhall still on the rubber for the Cardinals. 1-1 the count. Mendenhall gets her sign. She sets and fires home. That heater was a little bit high. 1-1 the count, one out. One runner on and one run in. And here's the pitch, high and away. Looked like it was an off-speed pitch this time. Johnson doesn't bite at it. Walker ready to wheel if this ball's in play. Here's the pitch. Swung out and ripped into left field, and it's a fair ball. Walker is going to get sent home. We'll see where the throw goes to second this time. So Walker will score standing up as Summer Johnson pokes in a single and an RBI. That was a nice piece of hitting from Johnson, and that'll drive in Anna Walker. That's her second run in as many innings. Eden McAvoy will come up, and she swings at the first pitch. It bounces off the shortstop's glove and rolls into the outfield, and Johnson's going to trot into third base. Hard hit ball makes its way into the outfield.
Up to bat, left fielder Lizzie Davis.
That'll bring up Lizzie Davis. She had a single and an RBI her first time up in the first inning. Shortstop's going to have a quick word with her pitcher, Mendenhall. And now Lizzie Davis, the left-handed freshman, digs her way into the batter's box. Mendenhall here with runners on the corner and one out. Let's see if the Cobras can keep tacking on here in the second inning. That ball's down, so the count is 1-0. McAvoy at first. Johnson at third. This ball's hit high and deep into the outfield to left field. Does it have a chance? It does! A 3-run homer for Lizzie Davis. How about that, folks? The Cobras' home run streak for this game keeps on going. Home runs in the first game and home runs in the second. Lizzie Davis, a no-doubter to left. She got all of that one.
Up to bat now, second baseman Taylor Duggar.
Taylor Duggar will come up. She was 0 for 2 in the first game, but she got a hit in her first at bat in the first inning, and now she'll bat here in the second. The Cobras have already plated 5. That pitch is down and in. Mendenhall gets the signal, and here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's smoked into center, but right at the center fielder. A nice play out there.
To bat, catcher Madison.
Zoe Hudson. That ball was tattooed. Those are the times as a hitter you're probably frustrated you don't get a hit, but when you hit the ball that squarely, there's not much you can do about it. It's just a bad break of softball. And Mendenhall pours in a curveball for a strike on Madison Vogel, the catcher. Ooh, and she fouls this one off. Just missed it. Rattles off the backstop. Two outs and the 0-2 pitch on the way. That's a little bit low and inside. Base is empty after the homer. And here's a pitch high, and that's going to be a ball. Vogel's a right-handed hitting sophomore for the Cobras. And here's the pitch, and she's going to foul it off. Just a bit ahead of it. Scoots it down foul to the left side. Cobra dugout cheering on Vogel. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And here's the pitch. Way high and way outside. Vogel didn't flinch or bite at that one. Never was really in the zone. She was calm, cool, and collected as it soared out of the strike zone. So she works a full count here. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled off. We'll redo the full count pitch here at the bottom of the second. Cobra's already up 8-0 as they've plated 5 runs here in the second. This one's smoked just foul. Vogel's really making Mendenhall work here. Foul balls, taking all the balls not in the strike zone. So we'll do the full count pitch again. Vogel grinds it into the batter's box as Mendenhall rocks and fires, and that one's outside and high, and she'll draw a walk. And the Cobras have batted around now. Every Cobra has now come up to bat this inning. As Lynch, the third basewoman, will come up.
Ashley Lynch.
Ashley Lynch has played catcher, first base, and third base for the Cobras this season. And here's the 0-0 pitch. A little bit high and outside. 1-0 is the count. Vogel, the catcher at first, here with 2 outs. And here's a pitch swung on and ripped. They're gonna call it foul. That was mighty close, just down the line. Here's the pitch on the way, high. A snap throw back to first. Vogel slides in safely. Cobra base runners, you're going to have to be careful today leading off first base. It's about the 3rd or 4th time. And there's a little snap pickoff throw attempt down to the first base bag. And here's the pitch on the way. Swung on and hit high, deep into left center. Get out the tape measures, folks. That is a long bomb right there by Ashley Lynch. That's her 4th home run on the season, and it was a no-doubter. You know what's a no-doubter when the outfield doesn't even try, just slowly turning around and looking at it as she parks that one over the left center field fence. Long gone for Ashley Lynch. And the Cobras keep pouring it on here in the 2nd inning. A 2-run bomb from Ashley Lynch. That'll score Madison Vogel. And now Emily Senyon will have her 2nd at bat of the 2nd inning. And here's a pitch, and she takes that first pitch right into left. She dumps it in for an easy little single there. Nice piece of hitting. That one was squared up nicely. So Senyon started the inning off with a double, and she's going to keep it rolling around 10 batters later with a single. And now we'll get to the top of the order here with Izzy Schaefer, who had a heck of a game in game 1 with 2 homers, a hit by pitch, and a steal. And this ball will get past the catcher, and Senyon will get to second base standing up. She's going to round it and test the catcher here. Little game of chicken out there in the infield, but Senyon will work her way back to second. Schaefer had her single her first time up, and she grounded out to second base her 2nd time on a sharply hit ball. Wearing out that right side of the field today. Here comes the 2-0 pitch on the way to Schaefer, and she'll take it for a strike. Nice pitch there. 7 runs now have been scored by the Cobras here in the bottom half of the 2nd. It's 10-0. And here's the pitch. And a fastball blown by Schaefer there, and the count will be evened up at 2-2. Schaefer locked in. Mendenhall kicks and fires. This one's going to be grounded up the middle. In through for a base hit. They're going to wave home the hitter as the center fielder misses it in center. And an easy run batted in there for Izzy Schaefer. A nice poke and a run batted in as Senyon comes home to score. That's her 2nd run of the inning.
Center fielder Anna Walker.
Anna Walker has come up to bat twice this inning, or this game. This is her 2nd at bat of the inning. She's reached base twice with a walk and a double and an RBI. There's a breaking ball. It will be a little bit low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, and a runner at first, and Izzy Schaefer. And this ball's ripped but foul. The righty Walker yanks it down the 3rd baseline. Drops in foul, maybe by a foot or 2. One and 1 the count now with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And it's low, and Schaefer will get to second there. Standing up, no throw. She swipes second base, puts herself in a scoring position with 2 outs. Always helpful. Here's the 2-1 pitch, taken for a strike. And now the count's evened up here in the bottom half of the 2nd. Mendenhall kicks and fires. That's up and away. And Walker will work the count full, 3-2 now with 2 outs. With no runner at first, we probably will not see Schaefer moving on the pitch, but you never know. It's on the way, and it's outside for ball 4. She got a huge secondary lead, but isn't going to test anything here.
Up to bat, Summer Johnson.
So Walker draws her 2nd walk of the game. And that'll bring up Summer Johnson, who walked and scored a run, singled and scored a run. And she's going to have a little meeting with her coach here. as well as the Cardinals in Mendenhall. There's 2 outs and 2 runners on for the Cobras slugger. Home plate ump is going to clear off the plate as they meet. Now he's going to speed things along here. Get this game moving as the coach is giving Mendenhall a few bits of advice and strategy on what to do with Summer Johnson, who's hit the cover off the ball all season long.
Summertime, summertime, summertime.
So now we'll see what Johnson can do here. First pitch swinging and just misses and fouls it straight back over the backstop. Pitch is on the way, high. So Johnson works the count even, 1-1. Here's the pitch, high and away, and it's 2-1 now. Izzy Schaefer at first and Anna Walker at second, Izzy Schaefer at second and Walker at first. And here's the pitch. That ball bounces in for a ball. 3-1 a count now. Hitters love a 3-1 count. We'll see if Summer Johnson picks a pitch and see if she gets it. It's on the way. She got the pitch she wanted. She smokes the ground ball just past the third base glove. And she'll drive in another run here. She trots into second. Good piece of hitting by Johnson. She absolutely tattooed that ball. And she'll drive in Schaefer. Walker gets her self over to third on that, and that'll bring up Eden McAvoy. She's going to hit one right back to Mendenhall, and that'll be an easy 1-3 put out.
That's the end of the second inning. With
But
the
that's
score.
quite the inning for the Cobras.
0.
They put up 9 runs in the bottom of the second. It's 12-0.
Correction at the plate. Amber Cage.
Amber Cage, the leadoff hitter, fouls that pitch off for the first strike of the inning. Eichelberger still on the mound for the Parkland Cobras. After 2 shutout innings, she'll try her hand at the third here. Up 12-0. Here's the pitch. Up and away for ball 1. And here's the 1-1 pitch to the righty. Oh, sharply hit to the third baseman. And a nice play again by Lynch. She is having quite the day at the hot corner.
Number 28, Zoe Hudson.
She's charged in a hopper. She's caught a line drive, and then she fielded that one that was scorched on the ground right at her. Nice little backhanded play to get the out and the throw right on the money. That'll bring up Hudson. Who grounded out to second her first time, and she takes a strike. That'll bring the count to 0-1 with 1 out and nobody on. This one's ripped right up the middle. A diving stop by the second baseman, but there won't be a throw. Heck of an effort there at second base by Summer Johnson. Just couldn't quite
Up to bat, catcher Taylor Henson.
make the play. So Taylor Henson will come up to bat, who singled her first time up. And Henson takes the ball. 1 out, 1 ball, no strikes. 1 runner on here for the Cardinals. This righty pops one up into right field. We'll see if there's a play. There is a nice catch out there for the Cobras. That's an old F9 in the book for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up
15,
Price.
Kylie Price.
Kylie Price took a walk her first time up. With 2 outs and a run around, we'll see what happens here for the Cardinals. As she takes a strike from Eichelberger, she pours that one in on the inside part of the plate. Nice pitch there to get ahead in the count. Corner infielders about even with the bags as Price hits one foul down the left side. Lynch will grab it, toss it back over to Eichelberger, and we'll get set for the 0-2 pitch here as Price gets ready and digs in at the batter's box. Eichelberger looking for the signs, and this one's popped up foul. Does Lynch have a play? No. It hits the fence in front of the dugout. Harding was thinking she was going to make that play because everything that's been hit over towards the third base side, the Cobra third baseman's made the play. And here's the pitch, high and outside. Again, not a bad look with no strike or no balls and 2 strikes. You don't want to put a meatball down there. Don't want to give up 0-2 hits. So here's the 1-2 pitch, and this one's popped up to right. And it'll be caught by Emily Senyon. She drifts over and reels it in. So a quick inning here for the Cobras. They do give up 1 base runner, but no runs on 1 hit. Cobras lead at 12-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Left fielder Lizzie Davis.
Welcome back, folks, to Parkland College TV. This is the bottom of the 3rd inning here, and the Cobras have a comfortable 12-0 lead. And here's the pitch. Oh, just over her head. Lizzie Davis, watch out. Almost hit her. Davis had a good first game. She was 3 for 3 with a home run, and she scored 2 runs throughout the whole game. Today, she has a walk and a homer. And this ball is fair and a nice play by the first basewoman. And she's going to step on third, 3 unassisted.
Up to bat, Taylor Duggar.
That'll bring up Duggar with 1 out and nobody on here. Duggar had a single her first time up, and she lined out to the center fielder her second time. It was a frozen rope. It just happened to be right at her. And center field, Hudson with a nice play on Duggar, who's a sophomore. 0-1 the count, and here's the pitch. Swung on, hit high in the air, and the shortstop will call it and make the play. A nice little catch there. And 2 quick outs for the Cobras.
To bat, Madison Vogel.
Cobras have yet to go down 1-2-3 today in either the first or the second game. We'll hopefully avoid doing that here. Vogel's dug in. She swings at the first pitch. It's going to be right at the third baseman. And the throw was a little bit wide, and the stretch couldn't quite get the job done. So Vogel's hustle will land her on first. Tough play for the first baseman. Callahan had a nice stretch on the ball, but just couldn't quite reel it in. So that'll bring up Ashley Lynch, who homered her last time, and it was a no-doubter. This ball's low and in. Here's the pitch to Ashley Lynch. She swings and belts it down the left field line, foul. Might have had home run distance if it was fair. Ball gets brought into play here. Mendenhall still pitching for the Cardinals. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Oh, and it beams her. She tried to leap out of the way and it catches her on the calf. Vogel's running down to first
Up
is
to
fine.
bat, right fielder Emily Sinyan.
That'll bring up Sinyan. She had 2 at-bats last inning. This is her first at-bat of the third. First pitch swinging, right ball to the shortstop for an easy out, 6-4. So the Cobras don't get any runs. They do get no hits, but leave 2 base runners.
Area 0, Parkland College 12.
Cobras up 12-0 as we head to the 4th. Welcome back, folks. We'll go to the top of the 4th inning here, and the Cobras will have a new pitcher, Josie Birch. She's a freshman. This is her 9th appearance on the season. She's pitched 21 1/3 innings. She's struck out 22 batters and only walked 7 for a K per 7 rate at 5.44. She's been pretty good all season. Here her A's been right at 3.95. And her record is 4-1. Amy Holmes will lead things off, the right fielder for the Cardinals, and she swings and misses at Birch's first pitch of the afternoon. Number 14, Josie Birch on the rubber here for the Cobras, up 12. And here's the pitch, a little bit high, and that's going to be a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike now on Holmes. A right-handed hitting right fielder is dug in, and here's the pitch, a fastball. A little up in the zone, and she couldn't catch up with it. A nice pitch there from Josie Birch. After the first game, the Parkland Cobras moved to 24-2 on the season. They're trying to make it 25-2, and Holmes pokes one into center for a base hit. Nice little piece of hitting, working with the pitch to take it back up the middle.
Up to bat.
It'll bring up Coleman, who grounded out to Eichelberger, the pitcher, the first time up. And swung out and missed. A nice pitch there from
Kennedy
Birch.
Coleman.
Kennedy Coleman, the shortstop. No out and a runner on first with 1 strike and no balls. And here's the pitch. A bunt attempt was there, but no contact was made. And now the count will be 0-2. And here's the pitch. Grounded to the second base. Got the out at second. Over to first. Not in time. But they get the lead runner. So 4-6. They nearly turned a double play on that.
Number 33, Molly Callahan. Out in left field for the Cobras, Ainsley DeFries.
Ainsley DeFries takes over in left. As Callahan, the first basewoman, comes up to bat. She grounded out the third last time. Ashley Lynch has been gobbling up everything. Nice pitch there from Birch to quickly get the count to 0-2. Callahan standing way off the plate. And a nice pitch by Birch to get her swinging. Kept working that outside corner. And now there's 2 gone. And that'll bring up Emma Poveranka. She had a singler last time up. And that pitch gets past the catcher. And Coleman will get herself over to second on that. Here's the pitch. A little bit high for a ball. Taylor Duggar has moved to second. Lynch is behind the plate now, and this ball's fouled off off the backstop. A nice cut there. Here's a pitch on the way to Veronica. In there for a strike. So now there's 2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 outs, no runs in, but a runner on second here. And here's the pitch. And he gets her looking on the outside corner. Strike 3 looking.
Heading
That's
to
the
bottom
end of the
score
inning.
Remains Cardinals 0, Cobras 12.
And the Cardinals have a 12-0 lead, or the Cobras have a 12-0 lead, going into the bottom of the 4th. We're back here at the bottom of the 4th inning here. The Cobras have a 12-0 lead. And leadoff hitter Izzy Schaefer looking to get things going here in the 4th inning. Just 2 singles, a stolen base, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. And this pitch way low and outside. Schaefer doesn't have much to even offer at on that one. So ball 1 on the way. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's outside. No, it's called strike. Just hits the black, and now leaving the count at 1-1. She's 2 for 3 in game 2 after an awesome game in game 1. Now the count's 3-1. Mendenhall still on the rubber for the Cardinals. And here's the pitch. A little bit high and tight, and now we have a full count, or a 3-1 count now for Schaefer. She should be able to pick something to tee off on here if she so chooses. Pitch is on the way. She was swinging all the way, just out in front of it. Looked like maybe an off-speed pitch there from Mendenhall. Might have had her fooled. But she didn't get cheated on the swing, that's for sure. So now a full count here on Schaefer. Here's a pitch way high and in, and she'll draw a leadoff walk to start the 4th inning.
Up to bat, Anna Walker.
Bring up Anna Walker, who scored 2 runs so far today. She's gotten walked twice, and she has a double and an RBI. She got that double and RBI in the 2nd inning. So she bats here in the 4th with Schaefer on first. Schaefer is always busy on the base paths, always getting an aggressive secondary lead. She liked to see. 1-0 count here on the way to Walker. That one's in there for a strike. Counts even at 1-1 here. Mendenhall has the signal, and this one's hit sky high into center. And it'll be reeled in by Hudson out there. Pretty easy for her. That ball could have made it rain. It was hit so high.
That's Summer Johnson.
That'll bring up Summer Johnson, who smoked a single into left her last time up and drove in a run. And here's the pitch. Down and in for a ball. Johnson's 2 for 2 with a walk today in game 2. And she takes another ball. Now Schaefer's going to be moving to second, as that ball couldn't quite be corralled by the catcher, and she'll get herself into second standing up on wild pitch, kind of pass ball type situation. So now Schaefer in scoring position with 1 out. And that pitch is low and in. 3-0 count here on Summer Johnson. We'll see if Johnson has the green light here. You think she might have it with 17 bombs on the season. But nothing to offer it there. It's a ground or a ball 4 low and in the dirt. And as a result of that, Schaefer will move over to third base. So Schaefer advances on the wild pitch or the pass ball, however you want to score it at home. Johnson will draw her second walk of the day in the second game. That'll bring up McAvoy. She has an RBI. And this is a wacky play as the ball kind of gets away. Schaefer scores as they try to get Johnson out at first. So a little bit of a wonky play, but it will be the Cobras' 13th run as the ball is thrown around the infield by the Cardinals. Johnson is still safe at first. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and this one's smoked foul, out of play. Eden McAvoy checking the count. It's 0-2. With Johnson at first. She reached on a walk. Schaefer really manufactured that run with her good base running. She advanced multiple times on pitches in the dirt. So the Cobras have scored without a hit this inning. Here's the pitch. This one's grounded to third base. They get the out at second. They're going to try to get it at first. Oh, and they turn the double play. Some nice glove work by the Cardinals. A 5-4-3 double play, and that will end the bottom of the fourth for the Cardinals. For the Cobras, after they plate one, it's 13-0. We're back here.
At the plate, Mackenzie Robinson.
Mackenzie Robinson's going to get a at-bat here instead of Treese. She takes the ball and then swings at that pitch to even the count up at 1-1. Mackenzie Robinson's hitting .200 on the season. This is her 13th game that she's appeared in on this season. Here's the pitch, and it's a little bit outside. Birch still on the rubber here for the Cobras. She got out of the fourth inning without giving up a run. Hoping to do it again here. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and popped down the right field line. It's going to be foul and not catchable. Emily Senyon tried to chase it down, but couldn't quite get there. A lot of room out there in foul territory. On either side, really. Which I'm sure makes the pitchers happy and the hitters not so much. The count is 2-2. And here's the pitch. Oh, a breaking ball in there, and it buckles her knees. A nice pitch there from Birch. And she gets Robinson looking for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up leadoff hitter Amber Cage. She's 0 for 2 so far today. She flew out to the center field and grounded out to third. Birch has her signal, and the pitch is on the way. Just a bit high. Cage, a 300 hitter on the season. She's belted 3 home runs in. And she works the count 2-0 after that pitch misses low and outside. So Birch will have some work to do here, and the leadoff hitter for the Cardinals. Birch rocks and fires and blows a fastball by her. Gets the count to 2-1. 1 out, no runners on. Here in the top of the fifth. Cobras leading 13-0. And here's the pitch on the way. This one's smoked into right center. Nice piece of hitting there by Cage. Went with the pitch. Gets herself a seeing eye single.
Up to bat, Zoe Hudson.
Zoe Hudson, the center fielder, comes up. Lefty. 1 for 2. Got a single last time up. And there's a heater in there for a strike. So Birch will start up with a pitcher's count this time. That pitch just misses. Good velocity here from Birch in the top of the fifth. And the Pitch is on the way, and it's foul tipped. Rattles off the catcher's mask. Once again, moved from third to catcher last inning, still there. This one's going to be smoked into center field. Another seeing eye single, and an errant throw from the center fielder. Walker whipped that one right into the ground, and her teammates are letting her have it. Not quite sure where that one was going, but
Taylor Henson.
a single nonetheless for Hudson, and that'll bring up Henson. Hudson, then Henson. One out with runners on the corners here. Cobras up 13-0. The Birch Lynch battery is set as Henson digs in. And here's the pitch. This one's popped up into the outfield. Let's see if there's a play for Walker. There is, and the Cage is going to tag up. The throw to the plate is not quite in time. It bounces off the runner. Cage, who scores on the tag up. And Hudson will get to second as well. It was a pretty good throw coming in on that one. So an RBI
Up to bat, Kylie
for
Price.
Hudson. And that'll bring up Kylie Price, who's 0 for 1 today with a walk in the first inning. Runner on second with 2 outs, and Birch pours in a strike to start this at bat off. And here's the pitch. Ground ball to the left side of the infield. Fielded by the shortstop. Will they have a play at third? No! Almost. Heads up play. Izzy Schaefer. She didn't have a play at first and underhands it over to third. And the tag almost gets there, but the slide knocks the ball out of her glove. It's still a heads up play to even have a shot and an out there here in the top of the fifth. So Holmes will come up now. Holmes lined one to Eichelberger in the first. He swings and hits one foul. That could have been trouble if it was fair. It was just one of those slow rollers that makes it hard to have a play anywhere. So Cobras might be a little bit lucky on that one, despite the good pitch and the soft contact. Holmes singled in the fourth, and then was a casualty of a fielder's choice. And here's the pitch, just a bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on the corners. 1 run in here for the Cardinals this inning to make it 13-1. This one's another little slow roller. Charging at third base. Oh, the play almost made, but it gets away from the first baseman. And now the Cardinals are going to run around the bases. Holmes reaches on the throwing air. And the Cardinals get their second run of the inning. Now we have a pinch hitter.
21 is hitting, I think, for 7.
Abby Holmes is going to come in to hit. So one Holmes after the other now. Abby Holmes is 0 for 2 in the first game, but she played a good game behind the dish. That catcher made a lot of good plays. So Holmes will dig in here. Calls time, and now we're ready to go. Birch has her signal. Rocks and fires. This one's going to be hit right at the second basewoman and over to first in time for the out, and that'll do it for the inning. 4-3 on the putout. Cobras up 13-2, and that will do it here in Champaign for the second game of the doubleheader. The Cobras win it 13-2, a 10-run rule for the Cobras. They're going to move to 25-2 on the season. They're 13-2 at home this year. a dominating doubleheader performance for the Parkland Cobras as they continue their excellent season. We'll see you next time on PCTV. Thanks so much for watching. I'm your announcer, Will Shaw.